Welcome to CAM Look, your twice-weekly dose of the Cincinnati Art Museum, when a member of the CAM family shares a work from our permanent collection and poses a few questions for discussion. We hope you'll check back at 10 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays for a new work and a new conversation. Hi, my name's Emily, and I'm the Director of Learning and Interpretation at the museum. And today we're celebrating what would have been Cincinnati artist Robert Nipshield's 96th birthday with a close look at his landscape painting, Blue Pencil Sky. But first, a little bit about the artist. Robert Nipshield was born in Freeport, Illinois in 1927. He received an undergraduate degree in art from the University of Wisconsin before completing his master's degree in fine arts at Cranbrook Academy of Art in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. During his graduate studies, he studied under Zoltan Sepsky, 1898 to 1974, an important artist working in America during the mid-20th century. In 1950, at the age of 23, Nipshield's work was included in the Metropolitan Museum of Art's highly acclaimed exhibition, American Painting Today. He was also included in an article on contemporary American artists in Life magazine in 1952. Around that time, Nipshield became interested in not only creating works of art, but also in teaching. His first experience in education was at the Baltimore Museum of Art as an assistant to the Director of Education. Nipshield then taught at various institutions in the early 1950s, including American University in Washington, D.C., and the University of Connecticut. Nipshield continued teaching art on the college level through the 1960s, working first as an assistant professor at his alma mater, the University of Wisconsin, and then at the University of Iowa as an associate professor. In 1966, Nipshield began his lengthy career at the University of Cincinnati as the head of the Fine Arts Department. During his tenure at UC, Nipshield became the Director of Graduate Studies in Fine Arts, a position he held for over 20 years. Although he lived in Cincinnati, Nipshield continued to exhibit his art throughout the country, including over 75 solo exhibitions. After nearly 4 decades at UC, he retired in 1991. During his 40-year career as an artist and art educator in Cincinnati, he influenced numerous artists and students in the city. After a brief illness, Robert Nipshield passed away on November 20, 2004, leaving an important legacy in painting that covered a 50-year career. Nipshield painted Blue Pencil Sky in 1980. As the title suggests, the painting represents an abstract landscape. Although the work is a landscape, Nipshield has not tried to suggest a sense of three-dimensional space. Rather, the painting is nearly flat, with little or no suggestion of depth. Repeated in the composition are triangular or pyramidal shapes, which Nipshield often uses in his paintings. In Blue Pencil Sky, these shapes, which appear horizontally on both the top and bottom of the painting, seem to emerge into forms of mountains. Nipshield is described as a non-narrative formalist painter, which means that instead of telling a story or narrative in his work, he is much more concerned with the act of painting itself. He focuses on the formal qualities of his work, including shape, size, structure, scale, composition, and color. These qualities are seen in Blue Pencil Sky. Nipshield has only hinted at the fact that this may be a landscape, reinforced by the title of the work. The title of the work is derived from the 2 drawings in blue pencil within the 2 triangular shapes in the upper right and left of the painting. However, he instead has concentrated on the colors of the work, a limited palette of yellow ochres, browns, and olive greens, and the application of the paint on the canvas. Compositionally, Nipshield has repeated throughout the painting the triangular shapes that suggest mountains and rocks. Nipshield was fascinated with the origins of land, which he associates with the act of creation. It has been suggested that Blue Pencil Sky may represent a complete universe on the verge of existence. The depicted forms, including mountains and rocks, have been reduced to their most essential elements. Blue Pencil Sky was painted while Nipshield was the head of the Department of Fine Arts at the University of Cincinnati. So what did you think about Robert Nipshield's Blue Pencil Sky? It's one of my favorite works in the collection, and you might ask why. Well, 21 years ago when I started at the museum, it was one of the first works that I wrote about, specifically for a teacher guide on the Cincinnati wing. What do you think about the work? I always thought the title was a little strange. What would you name the work? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks, and we'll see you soon. Have a great day.